Accurate, trying to do it somewhat healthy. Like she was gonna have this
It's
like
Candyland, Kourtney. It's not going to be
Yeah.
healthy.
But it
Nobody
can
wants.
The feud between Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian has become one of the most talked about storylines within the Kardashian-Jenner empire, captivating audiences with its raw emotional intensity and sisterly conflict. Though tensions between the two sisters had been simmering for years, the drama escalated to a boiling point during season 18 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The iconic fight, which involved physical slaps and yelling, shocked fans and revealed deep-rooted resentment. Kim accused Kourtney of not having a strong work ethic, while Kourtney expressed frustration over feeling undervalued and overly scrutinized. This clash wasn't just about schedules or appearances. It touched on the core of who they were as people and how they saw their roles within the family and brand. Kourtney, in particular, had started expressing her desire to step back from the constant filming and media circus, wanting more privacy and time with her kids. Kim, ever the business-minded mogul, saw this as laziness or lack of commitment to the Kardashian brand. Their fight became symbolic of larger issues like identity, pressure, burnout, and personal values versus public image. Fans began taking sides, some appreciating Kourtney's stance on mental health and boundaries, while others backed Kim's view on professionalism and dedication. What made this feud so compelling wasn't just the drama. It was how relatable it felt. Two sisters, forced to work together in a high-pressure public environment, dealing with miscommunication, unresolved emotions, and clashing goals. Despite multiple attempts at reconciliation, the tension lingered on social media, interviews, and even newer seasons of The Kardashians on Hulu. This part of their story shows that even in the most glamorous families, real emotions and conflicts run deep, and as fans, we couldn't help but watch, speculate, and feel all the tension unfold in real time. Just when fans thought the tension between Kourtney and Kim had settled, a new spark reignited the feud in a more public and fashion-forward way. The Dolce & Gabbana controversy. It all started when Kourtney collaborated with the luxury brand for her lavish Italian wedding to Travis Barker in 2022, with the designers playing a major role in the styling, aesthetic, and overall theme. The event was filled with vintage D&G pieces, making it uniquely Kourtney's. However, just months later, Kim announced her partnership with Dolce & Gabbana for Milan Fashion Week, curating a runway collection that heavily echoed the same 90s and 2000s archive styles. Featured in Kourtney's wedding, what followed was a major fallout that played out on season 3 of The Kardashians, where Kourtney accused Kim of copying her wedding vibe and profiting from her personal moment. Kourtney felt betrayed, saying Kim's decision was not only inconsiderate, but driven by opportunism and business motives, with no emotional regard for the intimacy of her wedding. Kim, on the other hand, argued that fashion is open to interpretation and claimed she had no intention of stealing Kourtney's spotlight, stating clearly that she waited several months out of respect. Yet the damage was done. The conversations between them turned icy, with Kourtney even calling Kim a narcissist and accusing her of being obsessed with herself. Kim countered by saying Kourtney had become too judgmental and bitter. Their friends and family were caught in the crossfire, with people like Khloe and Kendall trying, and often failing, to mediate the growing hostility. Social media buzzed with analysis, memes, and fan theories as the feud spilled from private tension into branded betrayal. The Dolce & Gabbana saga symbolized more than just sibling rivalry. It showed how deeply business and personal lives are intertwined for the Kardashians, and how even luxury fashion can become the battleground for identity, ego, and respect. What once seemed like a wedding celebration ended up becoming a centerpiece of division, proving that some wounds between sisters don't heal easily when fame and fortune are involved. As of now, the feud between Kourtney and Kim Kardashian continues to simmer beneath the surface, though there have been glimpses of reconciliation and attempts to mend their relationship. In more recent episodes of The Kardashians on Hulu, viewers have seen the sisters engage in tearful conversations, therapy-style interventions, and raw emotional exchanges as they try to unpack years of built-up resentment. Both women acknowledge their flaws. Kim admits to being too driven and sometimes cold in how she handles situations, while Kourtney recognizes that she can shut people out and hold grudges for too long. Despite their efforts, it's clear their bond is not what it once was. The feud has left visible cracks, and even though they're trying to move forward for the sake of family and their children, it's a slow and complicated process. What makes this situation so compelling is how it mirrors struggles many siblings face: rivalry, hurt feelings, differences in personality, and competing values. Only in the Kardashians' world, these conflicts are magnified by cameras, brand deals, and millions of viewers. The show often blurs the lines between genuine emotion and performative drama, leading some fans to question how much of the feud is real versus amplified for television. But whether scripted or spontaneous, the feelings seem authentic, especially when both sisters speak about the pain and disconnect they've experienced. In the bigger picture, their feud also reflects the tension between personal identity and family legacy. Kourtney has long wanted to carve out a life beyond the Kardashian brand, focusing on her wellness line, Poosh, and a slower lifestyle, while Kim continues to expand her empire with Skims, Law ambitions, and global influence. These diverging paths have only highlighted their core differences. Still, there's a sense of hope that time, maturity, and shared experiences might eventually bring them back to a stronger place. Fans remain deeply invested, not just in the drama, but in the resolution. After all, the Kardashians have always marketed themselves as a family above all, and many are rooting for these two sisters to heal, grow, and redefine their bond on their own terms.